Hello, fellow chartists. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am the Chartist, and today we had such a wonderful bearish day. We're gonna talk about why it's wonderful in a little bit, but here's the full sentiment. It is bearish 2.5. Put the call ratio 29% to calls and 71% to puts. Now this is in general. Of course, I like to add my filter, and I'll show you guys how I do it. So I'll look for premiums that are 200,000 or above, expire within 1 month, and then I'll like to look for out the money. So I'm looking for the most aggressive plays, and as you can see, the most aggressive plays is 90% to puts. Okay, so with it, these contracts are within 1 month. Seeing a lot of these are all out the money, over 115,000 contracts compared to only 12,000 contract for calls, 150,000 contracts for puts. All right, so these are the aggressive plays, all above 200,000 premiums. Okay, so big money is going to the bear side right now. I like cheddar flow. You can see the dark pool orders as well. Had 2.9 billion in premiums around the 457.55 level. And it doesn't tell us if they're buying and selling, but keep in mind, for there to be a buyer, there has to be a seller. So you take these information, just like with any other indicator, you combine it with the price action technical analysis like we're about to do. But when I see something like this, that tells me there was a lot of activity around the 457.55. So because we're below that, I like to use that level as a resistant level. Okay, that also happens to be around where the 61.8 retracement is on the SPY's daily chart. But let's get into the technical analysis, okay? So I've been telling you guys for quite some time that bears had a last chance around the 457 zone, okay? So here's my plan for today. Yesterday I was looking for a pop and SPY to 457, then get the pullback with 452 first target. And if you watched yesterday's video, I mentioned 457 was my upside target, and I think we get a pullback from there. That was the pullback zone and bear's last chance. Okay, I spoke about this because that was the 61.8 retracement, and in the past, that level for previous sell-offs for the SPY, that level, that 61.8 retracement, has served as a very strong resistant level. Anyways, I also had a 452 price target when we get that pullback. We got the pullback, but as you saw yesterday, it never hit my 452 price target. Okay, however, when I wrote this at 8:24 a.m., SPY was on the way to the 452 price target. We had a FB, Facebook, or Meta, whatever you want to call it, missed earnings yesterday. So it's interesting how it hit the resistant level where I mentioned to you guys that bears had their last chance, and then the FB missing earnings serve as a good catalyst to push us to the downside. But anyways, here was the plan. We likely chop more. I told my group we likely chop more, but as long as below 456, all right, I would like to see one more leg to 445 buy zone. Okay, 445 buy zone. Above 456, I favor direct leg up to the next resistance. So above 456, I would have been bullish. But as long as we were below 456, I was bearish with 452 as my first price target. Keep in mind, this was written at 8:24 a.m. before the market opened. And of course, I continued on. Bears ideally want to hold below 456-ish as posted to see that direct down leg to 445 support zone. So I kept mentioning, I believe, as long as we are below 456, as long as that scenario stand, it is a reality, it's the truth. I was favoring downside to 445 support zone, which I also called up here a buy zone, because if you want to go long, you go long at support. You don't short at support. Okay? Above 456, like I said, I would have been bullish, and I would have thought we would have consolidated and go for another squeeze to 459, which triggered 461 to 465, 466 range. Obviously, the bull scenario never happened. Okay? And then I had one last update here. Update into the close. This is at 3:46 p.m. Okay? And I mentioned that 445 remains support because at this point we still didn't hit my level But I let the group know Amazon key today, so some risk after hours. Because yesterday I was a little lost when the SPY was dropping after hour, but today I made sure I checked, okay? So I had to let the group know we got some risk after hours. I'm bearish down to 45. That's pretty much the plan for the day. So let's see what happened in the day. So right here, you're looking at a 5-minute chart. This is where it opened, okay? It opened at 450.95. So what happened? It opened below my 452 price target as a support. My 452 was supposed to be support because around 824, that's around here, it was above 452, but it opened below where I initially wrote the plan. So like always, I teach you guys and I try to remind you guys, no matter where the SPY opens, the first thing you got to do relative to where it opens, identify where your support and resistance levels were. So when it opened here at 450.95, support was the 50% retracement level, which was at 450.34. And then I also had the orange resistant line right here, which was at 452. Okay, and as you can see, it opened. First move it did, it went down and tested our support of 450.3, and then from that support it shot up all the way to a resistance. Okay, keep in mind I'm bearish today down to 445. Hit that 452. We lost it here in the pre-market, treated it like a resistance. That's a good sign of more downside. As you can see, rejected. Hit that 50% retracement again, treated it like support, went back up. We went a little above 452. Now this range right here, as you can see, this is on the daily chart. This is where the 20-day moving average was. So the 20-day moving average also acted as a resistant. After we lost it yesterday, it acted like a resistant today. That's bearish price action. And as you can see, pushed down, we lost 452 again. That would have been your sign. Oh, 452, lost support. Remember I tell you guys, my favorite time to short is at a loss of a critical support. Okay, lost 452. This time we shot down to 450.3 again to the Fibonacci, 50% Fibonacci. We lost that level, treated like resistance, and then we started chopping between the 50% retracement at 450.3. We started chopping around 449 support. Now, if you recall in previous video, I had a zone of 449 to 450.3. As you can see, that zone played in effect today. We chopped most of the day. 449 was support. 450.3 was treated as resistant until we finally lost 449. That was a sign, guys. Came back, treated that 449 as a resistance after it was support. Okay, so this is why it's called the stairway down. Pretty much it's take away the stairway down. Take out a resistance, back test it, we push it down. And at the end of the day, this was at 350. Keep in mind, my last update in the Discord was at 3:46 p.m. Okay, so when I kept telling the group I got a 445 price target, guys, I'm bearish today. That's the buy zone. I tell it before the move happened. It's very important that I let my Discord members know the move before it happened, because that's how we make money. That's how we set up for the move. Okay, so as you can see, it hit my price target around 445. As soon as we hit that zone, got to give it a zone a little bit, about 5 to 10 points. It hit it, and bam, look at that. It just flew in the aftermarket. I told you guys, Amazon key today, so some risk after hours. I wasn't holding puts for after hours. As soon as it hit my price target, from level to level, like I always tell you guys, you take your profit and run. You take your money and run, because the market can switch on you just like that. Looks like Amazon did well. Okay. Anyways, let's take a look at the daily chart. All right. Hit my level like I had hoped. Let's see for where's the 200? Okay, so 200 days around 443. All right, so if we lose that 445 level, we should get a bounce there. That was a good buy zone. But if we lose that level, that 200-day moving average is going to get tested again. Okay, we recaptured it back in the in January 31st. never quite retested it as a support, okay, because it was a resistant. So if we see it get tested as support and bounce, that's pretty bullish, guys. But if it's lost, if we lose, if you see SPY back below 443, we are most likely heading down to new lows, okay? But as you can see right now, we're back in the after hours, good earnings. We're back above the 50% retracement, which is at 450.34. I got this orange line right here that we got treated as a resistant right here. The high of July and around early August, treated like support around mid-September of 2021, connects to the low of the December. All right, we got treated like support here on January 19, but lost it the next day, recaptured it, and today we retested it as a resistant because we recaptured it, but we lost it again. All right, so for me to be bullish on the SPY again, you see this this red line right here. I like to see us break above that. All right, that's currently around 456. Above 456, we could go up about 13 points to test a 61.8 retracement at 457.3. If we break that, I would be bullish. I think we squeeze to higher levels. Okay, so above 456 and of course above 457.3, I would be bullish. Okay, but right now, I'm still bearish. Okay, now I shared something with the group. Some previous sell-offs, okay? This is the February 2020 sell-off. You can see after the first initial leg down, it retraced back to the 50% before heading down lower. This was the sell-off in 2018 of October. After the first initial leg down, it retraced twice to the 61.8 retracement before heading down lower, okay? And I could find more examples in the past 10 years, okay? But that's like the most recent. Okay, and as you can see, if I remove all these drawings, take out the moving average, right? Get the fib. You start from the high, all-time high. That was back in this late December, and go to the lowest low, which was here back on January 24th. You see that we retested, we retraced back to the 61.8 right here, and that's when we started dropping. So we can break above 457.3, I would be bullish, and we'll probably head to all-time highs and squeeze up. Okay, so bears, you gotta keep it below. All right, but other than that, we play it level by level. If SPY get back above 450.3, then obviously that puts 457.3 in play. Above that, I would be bullish. Okay, now SPY opens below 450.33. Remember, always identify where your resistance and support is. Obviously, that level would be resistant. Then we got to play it down to the next level, around 443. That's also where the 200-day moving average is. And below that, I am confident we are going to head down to new lows. So that means lower than 420.7. Just my opinion. All right, guys. So that's what I have for SPY today. Hope you found some value in that. Looking at QQQ. Also looking pretty bearish, as you can see here. It tested the 50% retracement up here, and it closed above this yellow falling trend line, giving us a breakout. But the very next day, gap down, tested that 0.382 retracement level, which is at 361.11, treated it as a resistant. When we broke above that here on the 31st, treated as support, got the breakout. False breakout scenario came down. The next support is at 350.8, but it's looking like it's jumped right back up in the after hours. You can check a smaller time frame, 15-bit. Yep, you see it right here, just jumping in the after hours. So here the low was 353. And it got as high, and it's 359. The next candle's around 360. So Amazon is doing some good. Okay, this is why we day trade, guys, because the market is so volatile. Anything can happen, really. Sky's the limit with these price action. That's why you got to take your money and run, and don't let greed guide you, okay? But Amazon looking like it could help QQQ head back up. For me to be bullish again, I like to see it above 363.6, and then we'll head back higher and see if we can break this 50% retracement. And then another big test up here at the 377.7, which is 61.8 retracement. Above that, I would be extremely bullish with new all-time highs in play. Okay, but if we get rejection from any of those resistant level, you gotta watch how it reacts. All right, rejection from those resistant levels, bearish. Okay, so first one is 363 for tomorrow. Be right here, 363.6. All right, so we get a rejection on that level, bearish. You get above, I'm bullish. All right, that's like 369. So that's another $6 move, all right, to the upside. All right, that's a nice move. You can make some good money like off of that. Dow Jones, it's also up in the after hours, but they're in the trading hours. You see, yesterday it tested that yellow support line, resistant line, excuse me. So yeah, we got start here and only one confirmed rejection here, but you can't say this trend line has not been respected. All right, we did not get the breakout yesterday. Today it treated again like resistant, continue to push down and tested the 50% retracement. So yesterday we closed above the 61.8 retracement, but today we lost that level. That level was treated resistant, and now we're going to back test that 200-day moving average. For me to be bearish and favor a new low, we have to lose that 200-day moving average, which is currently at 350.14. So Dow Jones below that, I'm extremely bearish to new lows. But above that, we could see more chopping. Now, for me to be bullish, gotta break above 355. Above 355, put 361 in play. All right, nice 60 points to the upside. Okay, that's what I got for the Dow Jones. IWM, you see it tested that 0.236 retracement today after rejection from the purple line. Pretty bearish. All right, it's up a little bit after hours. Okay, so resistance for tomorrow would be at 200.4. Above 200.4 puts 203 in play. All right, that's the next resistance. And above that, 207. But if we continue to reject from that level, below 200.3, we could test 197.3 again. And below 197.3, we got a big move to the downside, 188 minimum. We could possibly head down to a newer low, down to 180. Don't want to miss that move. And here's Tesla. Tesla's up a good amount in the after hours. I guess the Amazon earnings is helping it too. No idea why, but it is. You can see that long wick. It tried to move up and try to go for the break off on this blue falling trend line. Instead, we got rejection. But nonetheless, it was still able to close at 891.14, which is above the 890.89 support level. That's the 0.236 retracement level as well. So below that level, I would be bearish down to 854. Above that, which it currently is, I'm going to favor to the upside up to 930 resistant. If we break the 930 resistant, that's a nice breakout. 951 would be the next level. Okay, and above 951 would be very bullish back up to 1,000. Okay, but if we lose 890.89, or if we open below it, look for that level to be resisted, and then we can head down lower. If we lose, so last chance for bulls will be at 841.8. We lose that level, I'm favoring new lows. All right, guys. So that's what I got for you guys today. I appreciate you guys for watching and listening. Please subscribe if you didn't already. Please hit the like button. Consider joining the Discord. I have a lot of members that are profiting, and I also have a good amount of members that are learning and are getting there. Okay, we're getting better. We help each other out. And but either way, I'm just glad you're here watching and being part of the community, being with me, the chartist. And I hope I was able to offer some value to you guys. So thank you for being here, and I'll see you all soon.